Your posture is not just something to attend to while you're staying still. You also should try to tune in to how you're holding yourself while you're walking and running. Your job is still to stack up your skeleton to deal with gravity, but there are more forces at play when you start moving around. The videos in this section will give you some cues to think about while you're moving. Don't feel you have to attend to them all at once, but try thinking about the different aspects of your gait and start paying attention to how the people around you are walking and running by. So a big point of a lot of the exercises in this course are trying to help you make life your workout. So trying to help you understand how you sit, stand, walk, run, breathe. Practically for walking and running, it's important to just start looking around and watching how other people walk and run by you. It'll help you learn a little bit more about yourself. Understanding that it's in terms of your job to deal with gravity, to try to stack your torso on top of your pelvis on top of your hips on top of your knees on top of your feet, in a meaningfully practical way to help move you forward. Particularly people that are more loose jointed like Tiff and I are, it can be a harder task than you think. Our bodies are kind of bendy. You can start moving. If you'll see as people move forward, some people are sort of pitched forward and are walking forward like that. You'll see some older people, as they might have a bit of degeneration in their neck and back, will start sort of walking forward like this. How they're stacking things up is partly based on their how loose jointed they are, how degenerated their body is. Either way, you have to just learn how to pay attention to start learning to hold yourself vertically up against gravity, and appreciate if you're going to move forward, you have to try to get your center of gravity a little bit forward and use your abs and your bum to push you forward. So Tiff, you stand back there. If you're moving forward, it's the job of the muscles in the backs of your legs to push back, and that's what pushes you forward. You want to try to pay attention. A lot of people will have been cued to think chest up, shoulders back and down. And you might appreciate, if you look at that face on, it looks good. But if you're overly leaning backwards, like Tiffany was a ballerina, everything was back in this position. If you walk forward, you'll see, pause there for a sec. This whole part of her is tending to lean backwards. So her torso is leaning backwards while she's moving forwards. It starts to put a lot of compressive pressure in through here, and it'll make her glutes not fire very well, and things can start getting sore. So do a couple more laps like that of, if you're overly trying to sort of think chest up, shoulders back while you walk, you might not appreciate that you're actually really leaning backwards. So as you walk around, try just playing around with the posture and the positioning of your torso, that you might, if you're used to leaning backwards, you might start to, and you come back to neutral, it might feel like you're leaning forwards.
I can attest to this. I spent a lot of time going from my dance posture to slowly coming back to stack, and it felt like I was walking around like this for the longest time, but also noticed a lessening of my constant back discomfort that I didn't really realize was attributed to that until I started working on a different concept of stacking.
Yeah, and again, particularly people that are really loose jointed end up having to crack themselves a lot. That's usually because they have areas of their spine that they're overly compressing and holding on to. It's just jamming it all together, so then you feel like you want to crack it, which is fine, but the better you get at controlling and stacking things well, the less compression points you get and the less you have to feel like you need to crack those joints. So as you go from walking to running, you're creating a bit more torque forces. And so it's more important you might have to just turn up the volume of things and learn where the torque is coming from. Again, you'll see some people, if they're running, they might be, like Tiff was walking initially, sort of running and holding everything from their back. You might see some people are quite pitched forward and they're not using their glutes very well, and they're kind of hinging from their hips. Some people, as they run, have their pelvis forward. Some people have their pelvis back. Just if you ever walk or run by a reflective window, check out your side profile and try to see how well things are stacked, because a lot of times Your perception might be you're upright, but you might actually be like this, like your bum's back and your chest's forward, or you might be your pelvis is back. Everybody's built slightly differently, so you just want to, the objective of a lot of these exercises through the course are to help you pay attention to different parts of your body in different times.